with deadlines. So make a deadline for your dreams. So cheesy. All right, let's wipe the table. So come across here, really open up the back. It's already warm. So really open up. We'll take it to overhead. So slow it down a little bit and really think about elongating the side as you pull that arm down, engage the lats. Let's go 4 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to step it out to that frontal plane lunge. So you can go frontal plane lunge, or you can keep it to a slalom where you're just bending a knee at a time. Let's add some arms, so scoop and around, so making a circle with the arms. We'll go 4 more here. 4, 3, 2, last one. Let's step it out. Feet are a little wider than shoulder width. We're going to come down into a squat. We're going to do 2 more, just like that. And then let's try to reach those arms up as you come down. So up, overhead, really extend those arms. And 1 more. And then take those arms out to the side. We're going to hinge the hips, come down, walk it out into that plank. Let's try 1 push-up. Come up, walk it back. Come to the flat back, all the way up, arms up overhead, and out to the side. Let's do that 1 more time. Hips are back, down, walk it out. 1 push-up, walk it back. And this time we're going to roll up 1 vertebra at a time, ending with the neck and the head. Roll those shoulders back, and we'll come forward. Take it to some ham curls. So just really a few more exercises here for the warm-up. We'll go 4, 3, 2, 1, and then let's lift it up. And 2, 1, take it to some butt kickers. Oh, I really hope you guys can't hear how sticky my feet are on here. Hopefully it's not picking up that sound. All right, and then up, knees up. So you could take it back down here if you need to. Otherwise, up, up, up. Let's go 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then shake it out. Rotate or roll, circle the ankles, the wrists, whatever you need to do there. We're going to start with our first circuit, which is going to be a squat. You're going to have 1 dumbbell. I'm going heavier because it's just 1, but if you have lighter dumbbells, you could hold them like that as well. So we're going to come down into that squat and do that push out again, and then come up, and then we're going to push up overhead. And then I'm going to take you to the next exercise. You're going to come down back into a lunge. My leg is straight and back. I'm going to do 1 row, and then I'm going to step together. So it's just 1 dumbbell for these first 2 exercises. So I'm just alternating between the lunge and the row, and then I switch sides. And then the last one, we're going to be on the ground. This weight, I might want to go down and wait here, but I'm going to come overhead here, and then into a knee crunch. So I can put my feet down there too if you need to. We'll do some other modifications there too. So that's just really quick. There's 3 exercises. The middle one has, we're going on each side. So we are going to be here for 45 seconds for each exercise, no break in between. 3 times through. Here we go. So squat, push it out, come up, push it overhead, and down, out. And you can also, if you don't, you could just take it to a squat here if you don't want to do the overhead or push it out. Just take it to nice, slow squats. We have about 10 seconds left, and then we'll go into that lunge with a single arm row. Keep it going. Really separate those feet from one another as you come down and up. All right, and then rest. Coming back into that lunge. I'm hinging at the hips here. I do my one row, and then I step up. I'm keeping it on the same leg. Back and row. The arm that's rowing is the same leg that's going back. So this, my left leg is working the whole time, and my right arm is working. Or my right, I shouldn't say arm, is back. The right side of my back, and the right bicep. All right, 15 seconds to go. You can take it as fast or as slow as you want. My weight's a little bit heavier, so I've just slowed it down so I can keep that form. And 2, 1. All right, other side, right into it. You're lunging back and row. Modification here is I would just step back and hinge down and then come up. So it's just a little hinge back instead of that full lunge. So even when I'm doing the lunge, I do have to hinge at my hip. So I'm really, when I come up here, I really have to use that glute to help get me up to standing position. Keep it going, 15 seconds to go, and then we're down to the floor. Think about that shoulder blade coming around the rib cage here, utilizing the back. One more. All right, we go down to the floor. I'm changing out my weight. So you can have your legs straight out here. Really do a pelvic imprint, so you want that back flat on the floor. I'm going to bring the weight overhead, or up to the knee, and crunch the knee in. And then coming back and crunching. I can take it over that knee if you can. Modification here is I'm going to go here. So my feet are flat on the floor, and then I'm going to crunch up. Take that dumbbell over the knee, try to reach towards the foot. And then if, again, that's too much, I could come here and then do those supine marches. All right, that's it for that. That's one round down. So we're gonna come all the way up. Get ready for the squat to push out. Really no break here. We go right into it. So down, push it out, and then overhead. Again, if you have really light weight, you could have it one in each hand. You don't have to have just the one dumbbell. And you don't even need weight here either. You could just do the motions. It does help stabilize a little bit when you do that push out to have the weight. We're almost there. We have 5 seconds to go. 2 and 1. All right, going into those lunges with the single arm row. So down, row, step it up. So really work that, whatever side you're doing here. I've got my left leg working. So I'm really feeling that glute as I come up because I'm hinging my hips, pushing it back, pushing those hips back. Make sure that that shoulder doesn't drop down here. I'm stabilizing and pulling around. So that shoulder never drops down here. I'm always square. We got 10 seconds to go. And 3, 2, and 1. Let's go to the other side. Step it back and row. Again, if you can see yourself at all in your iPad or computer, phone, whatever you're looking in, try to make sure that those shoulders and hips make a little square the whole time so that you don't want that rotation here. I want you to really try to focus on moving from the shoulder blade, so using those back muscles to come around here. It's not to say that you can't do a twisting motion there, but sometimes people tweak their back because they're moving too much from the lower back there. So just try to keep those shoulders square, stabilize the shoulder blades. 2 and 1. All right, going down to the floor. I'm gonna go through I'm gonna start with the supine marches first. I'm gonna come here and then just take those heels down. I could also push the legs out. Now I'm gonna go up a little bit, so I'm gonna come down, and then I'm not even doing a crunch. I'm leaving my head on the floor, and then a progression from that would be I'm gonna come up with that weight. The shoulders are lifting off, and then progression from there is my legs are straight out, and I'm coming up, or coming up. Shoulders pull off the floor. Belly in, almost there. Last one. All right. Coming back up. One more time through here. So starting with the squat push out. Our time is ticking, so let's get to it. Down, push it out, and then up. You're doing great. Down, push it out. Keep that chest up if you can. So when you're coming down, you want to keep the chest up. Really think about when I come down, I'm really pulling, pushing. It's like I'm trying to separate the floor with my feet. So knees are coming out. We don't want to cave in here. You're doing great. I'm just giving you tips as we go. Up. 5 seconds. And rest. Let's go right into that lunge to row, lunge, row. Control here. Be very intentional about what you're doing. So think I'm going to use, it's like a single leg squat kind of. I'm really just using that front leg to pull myself up. And push the whole foot into the floor. So sometimes people put more weight in the front of the foot, so more of the ball of the foot. That can kind of stress your knee. So when I step back, my knee is right over the top of my ankle. So if I come here more forward of the ankle, that can stress out the knee a little bit. All right, other side. Not that it's wrong, but if you have knee issues, it can kind of aggravate them. All right, other side. So come back and row. There's lots of different ways to do exercises. I don't like to say, oh, that's the wrong way to do it. But there are safer ways. And for some people, you just have to kind of, I feel like a lot of people feel their knees hurt from lunges or squats. And when I watch them do those things, I find that they are constantly sending those knees forward instead of using the hips. So we can alleviate some of that stress by getting the glutes involved and working the leg all together. All right, last one. And down to the floor last time for those abs. And I'm gonna go from the top and work down again. So you do what you need to do, whatever feels better, where you know it's challenging, but it's also safe for your body. So I can also come here and I'm crunching up, or I can keep my head on the floor, bring that knee in, crunch that way. You could also, we had done the supine marches, but you can, if you want, you could just kind of do a pelvic tilt here. So I'm thinking about taking my hip bones and drawing them up towards the ribs. All right, 2 and 1. Coming up. Take your time getting up if you need to. That was it for that circuit. We're gonna move on to the next one, which is as many reps as possible within 5 minutes. We have 5 reps of each exercise that I give you. There's 3 exercises. The first one is building off of something we did earlier in the week. So I'm gonna grab a different weight here. So if you did the class where we did the bicep curls for 5, and then we went up for 5, and then we went all the way up for 5. It's kind of built off of that, but we're just doing 5, so total reps. So I'm going to go biceps, and then right into those elbows up, and then into the curl to press. So you do 5 of those, and then you're going to put your weights down, and you're going to do 5 narrow to wide jump squats, and I'll give you a modification. So you're going to go narrow, wide, narrow, wide. This is 1, 2. So you do 5. Or you can go narrow, wide, with the squats. And then the last one is we're in a plank, and we're going to do 10, so 5 on each side, shoulder taps. 5 minutes on the clock. Take your time, because you're going to just keep repeating those for the total of the 5 minutes. Adjust the weight where you need to, and I'm so excited because my timer is actually working today. So we're going to get ready with those 2 dumbbells with the bicep curls, and here we go. So we have 1 bicep curl, and then onto the shoulders, and then curl to press. That's 1. And then bicep curl, so you just repeat that whole thing. And then you can take a little bend down and pop it up if you want. That's 2. Repeating it again. So this is the one that we're going to be, is going to take us the longest to get through, is this first exercise. And that was 3. We got 2 more left. And tip those on the shoulders, and then curl to press. I said we had 1 more, right? I think we have 1 more. Isn't that funny? I just said it and then I forget right away. All right, put those weights down. Now we have 5, either the steps or the jump. So in and out, in and out. You count your own. I've already done 5. Not a big deal, right? And then when you're done with that, coming down to your plank, and then 10 shoulder taps. So it's 5 on each side. A modification here, I can be on my knees. Just make sure you're not lifting those hips up. You want knee, pelvis, and shoulders in line here, and then you do the taps. Once you're done with your taps, you're coming up, you're back into the bicep curl, onto the shoulders, and curl to press. And keep doing it. So you're gonna count on your own. If you're staying with me, I'll count 2. But you might be going faster or slower, that's okay. This was 3 for me, so I've got 2 left. And we're 2 minutes, 30 seconds to go. And this is our second round through. So then you go back to in and out. Hold that core tight. Coming down, shoulder taps. I go kind of fast with those shoulder taps. You can slow it down. Again, this is on your own. We don't have to all be together. You should know the exercise by now, hopefully. Gets a little bit harder each time we do it, right? Challenge yourself to keep that same weight that you started with, but only as long as you can keep good form. So if you feel like you're already swinging up there, so this last one, we can give it a little swing. But if you're swinging those on the bicep here, maybe you bring the weight down. I think that was 3 for me. You don't always want to depend on my count because I'm not always the best there. I think I got 1 left. Ooh, it's burning. Oh my gosh, we only have 45 seconds, people. Oh, see what you can get done. See if you can get it all done. We still have 18 seconds left. You can get a few more rounds in. Use all that time. It's as many reps as possible if you were counting. 5 seconds to go. Oh my goodness. This is really starting to burn the arms. All right, and rest. I'm gonna finish that rep out. All right. Good job. Good job. Grab a drink if you need it. I think I'm gonna grab one. And then our last circuit is 6 exercises, 45 seconds with a 15-second break in between. So I'll give you the first exercise. You're gonna have 2 dumbbells or towels, whatever. You're gonna put them, separate them on the floor, and make sure you don't have anything behind me. We are gonna do lateral step over the dumbbell. So here, I'm gonna give you the option of just doing a squat or a burpee. And then other side, burpee. Or squat, you can do squat, jump. Anything that's gonna get your heart rate up, you could even take those knees up. So just give it a little burst of energy there. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. So side, burpee, jump. I'm gonna give you some options here. I could go one, I could do this a little couple high knees, and then I could do a squat jump here. If you don't want to do those burpees, not because you can't, because it's too challenging cardiovascularly, but if you, I have some people that have said their knees hurt, their ankles, low back or something. If you've got something going on, just take it easy. You can also do this with a step back and forward. Be careful as you travel sideways. Oh, and rest. We went a little over our time there. Okay, move those dumbbells. Next one, we're working side to side again. You're gonna go frontal plane lunge. So come over with me. I'm gonna come to balance. And then high knees for 3, 2, hold. Now I go to the other side. Over, up, 3, 2, hold. Over, up, 3, 2, hold. Really get those knees up. Again, working that heart, working those lungs. Take those hips back. Modification coming up. I'm gonna go over, step, and do a little jog. In my lunge, we got 3 seconds and a little jog. 2 and 1. All right, grabbing your dumbbells. Woo. We have skier swings. So that's where you send them back and you pop them up. You can always just do a stiff leg deadlift there. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Push them back, push it up, or pop it up. Push it back, pop it up. Again, from the side, look where my knees are. It's my hips. My hips are going back. Hips are going back here. I am not going front. They are back. So think about a pull or like you're leaning over a balcony, those knees can't go forward. Your only choice is to take the hips back. Pop it up. You only want those weights. The weights should not come up further than your shoulders. 2 and 1. All right, put the weights down. Okay, we're going down to the floor. So on your hands and knees, we have 2 lateral bear walks, bear crawls, and then a little tricep push-up at the end. So from the side, I'm on my hands and knees. I'm going to pop up, and I'm going to walk 1, 2, and then I'm going to bend those elbows back. The hips kind of stay up. And then to the side, and then bend and up. Now if you need to, when you come over to the side, you could put your knees down and do that push-up there. So coming down, I put those knees down, and then I do that push-up. Or if you need to do the whole thing here, as long as you draw that belly in, I'm okay with you having to drop those knees, but challenge yourself. Let's go one more time. And then come up. Get a little break here, and we're going to tires. So that's where we do 4 tires forward, and then 4 back. We're gonna go in 3, 2, 1. Here you go. So you can do little tires here, but if you're gonna do little tires, how about we have you speed up a little bit? I'm scared I'm gonna slip in my sweat. Okay, or you got bigger tires, so I'm really taking that knee up and around, kind of externally rotating, so you have to really visualize those big tires. Both ways, you're gonna be really utilizing that cardiovascular system, getting some of those fast twitch muscles. Up, up. All right, that's your rest. We're gonna go down in weights. We have the 45 seconds. We have tricep kickbacks. So I'm going down to a 5. I did lots of triceps yesterday. I feel them today, so let's just go a little lower. But you really don't need much more than a 5 here, since we're going for reps. So we're here for a while. We still got 30 seconds. Make sure that elbow is still in space. So I'm not taking that elbow down and up. I'm keeping it still in space and then extending those arms. We got 10 seconds to go. If you need to, you could go alternating here. If you find that that bothers your back, you can come to a wall and kind of support yourself and do a staggered step there. Draw that belly in. All right, 2 and 1. And coming up. So those are the 6 exercises. So we're gonna go back to setting our weights out. So we got that lateral step to the burpee. And we're gonna go in 2, 1. So hopping over those dumbbells, taking it back. You could always make this harder by doing some kind of challenging burpee with a tuck jump or surfer pop-ups. We got 10 seconds. You can do it. Keep it going. 5 seconds to go. 2 and 1. All right. Frontal plane lunge to the balance. So just move those dumbbells out of the way. Then we'll go to the lunge, take it up, and high knees. And 2, 1. So stepping to the side, you balance. 1, 2, 3. So you can keep it slow in the beginning to kind of get that balance. And then as you keep going, you're gonna speed up a little bit. So a lot of cardio here in this circuit, but you control at what level. So I could be going to that jog here, down. I could even take out that jump, and I'm still doing the balance work, but I'm taking out the runs. 2 and 1. All right, take a rest. We have skiers coming up. Got my warning there. So 2 dumbbells, pushing those hips up or back, and then coming up. And here we go in 3, 2, 1. Push them back and up. Breathe. I like to exhale as I come up here and really think about drawing up through the center of the body. Saran wrapping everything in. You got 15 seconds to go. And then we're on the floor for those bear crawls. 5 seconds. 2, 1. All right. Coming down to the floor. Make sure you're pulling out of those shoulders so you're not sinking in here. We're on the toes. We're gonna walk. 1, 2, and little push up. 1, 2, and push up. Again, you have the option to go on the knees, or here's another one. You can be in a plank, and I can walk side to side in that plank with the push up. Up to you. You want to make sure that when you're doing these bear crawls, some people tend to get way back here. So you want to make sure that the knees and the hips are in line there as you do the crawl. We're almost there. And we got 3, 2, and 1. All right, coming back up, and we're gonna get ready for those tires. Whew, sweaty, sweaty. We are gonna go in 3, 2, 1. So big tires if you want, or small fast tires. I can go big and fast. Again, you make it your own. Or you can also step. It's like a step touch here. That gets you going. That is, if it's okay with you, it's okay with me. We just want you moving. Don't slip under sweat. If you got bare feet and you're on a mat, it can happen. Oh gosh, wouldn't that be great if I could add a fall to one of these videos? All right, and rest. Last one, we got the kickbacks. Getting our breath back. We're gonna go in 3, 2, 1. Kicking it back. I'm nice and open here, so you don't want to roll those shoulders in when you're doing that. If you do, you'll know because you're gonna feel it in your neck and those upper traps. So think about kind of taking those shoulder blades around. So I'm opening up that shoulder side by side, lifting up those elbows, opening up the chest, but at the same time, I've got to make sure that I'm not popping those ribs too much. So drive the front of the ribs towards the back of the ribs. Getting those triceps. So back of the upper arm, that's where we want to feel it. 2 and 1. All right. Last time. Oh, we got to set up the dumbbells. I keep forgetting what comes next. All right. So got to set up our dumbbells, and we have 2, 1. Here we go. Stepping over, burpee, running over. I can also do big steps over, step it back, and up. Still getting something out of this. But again, just a reminder, and in case you haven't heard it before, want to come out of your comfort zone to make progress, to bust down those plateaus, you have to make yourself uncomfortable. 2 and 1. All right. And by that, you know I'm always concerned about people pushing it too hard, that they are in pain. We have the front and plane lunges. So by coming out of the comfort zone, I mean just in that it's work. Like you might feel the muscles working and burning. We don't want anyone throwing up or falling to the floor because they can't breathe. So you really have to know your limits, right? I just have to give that little disclaimer so that when I say come out of your comfort zone, that I don't mean literally try to kill yourself. I'm just rambling now. I gotta stop talking. If you were talking back to me, this would be a better conversation, I think. All right, here we go. Last one, and you're done with that. We got the skiers left. Our last time with the skiers, it's not the only one we have left. We're gonna go in 3, 2, 1. Push it back and up. So squeezing those buns. You two both have t-shirts now, so when we reopen at the WAC, I want to see you wearing those t-shirts proudly. Squeezing up. Whew. Like someone's spanking your butt and it surprised you, so you're like, woo! Keeping it going. You got 10 seconds left. 3, 2, and 1. All right. Take a little breath, and then we go down to the floor for those bear crawls. So I've given you options here. Figure out which one works for you. In 2, 1, to the side, and push up. So you should be feeling the triceps on this push-up because I'm sending those elbows straight back behind me. So think about kind of shaving your rib cage as you come back with those elbows. Woo! You got it. Keep it going. We got 15 seconds to go. Make sure you're breathing. And 2, 1. There you go. Coming back up. Getting ready for the tires. We only have 2 exercises left. And then you're done. You made it. Another day of working out. You showed up and now it's done and you got the rest of the day to not worry about your workout. All right, here we go. In 2, 1. Forward for 4 and then back for 4. Oh no, I ran out of time with them. Keep going. Keep doing those tires. I'm hoping they came back. If not, we'll keep going. You got 20 seconds on the clock. Probably should have looked at our time here and there. So I'm gonna slow it down, do bigger tires. Hopefully they remembered what was next. We only had these. All right, and rest. And now we have the kickbacks. And then that's it. We're done. Woo. Last time here. I'm gonna let you stretch on your own today. Make sure that you do something though. Here we go. Hinging over, pull up those elbows, and kick it back. Whew. Drawing that belly in. So we don't want to let go. We don't want to let go of this torso. So don't let it, looks like you got a big, huge belly here. So you want to really draw that in as you're doing these. Can you tell I'm avoiding trying to do these tricep kickbacks? My triceps hurt. You gotta allow allow yourself a rest too. If you know you've outdone something, then don't keep doing it. So that's why, you know, I'm just avoiding the triceps today for that reason. All right. 3, 2, and 1. All right, come on up. You are done. You can finish off with some abs here on your own. You can go back to the monkey abs, get a stretch in. I'm sweating, I hope that you are too. And hopefully we only have a few more weeks or so left of these videos. But I do appreciate that you're using them, so I'll be back.